Welcome back to Code Hive, the place where we make it work, make it right, and make it fast. So in the previous video, on cursors, the part 1 video, we answered a question that we looked at using implicit cursor, right? So for this video, we'll still be using the same question. So create a PL SQL query to display the product name, product price, sales date, and company name, where the sales date happened after the 17th of May. Then they show you the sample output. So really, this is the same question that we had in the previous video. So if you still have not watched the previous video, please do watch that video. So I told you guys in that video that I will be uploading another video where we answer the same question using an explicit cursor. So I will be answering this question using an explicit cursor, and then you guys will be able to see the differences. I will try and maybe upload another video where I highlight in detail the difference between an implicit cursor as well as an explicit cursor. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. Okay, so now that we looked at the question, I did paste it over here. So now, basically, in terms of explicit cursor, right, the syntax changes in your begin block, right? So again, if you haven't watched my video where I explain the different blocks or the different sections inside of your PL SQL block, then please do watch that video. And if you still haven't watched the video where we discuss the implicit cursor, then please do watch that video, because this video might be a bit short. I'm just going to copy and paste some of the things from the implicit cursor queries that we did in the previous video, and I'm just going to paste it over here, and then we're just going to change a few things, right? So again, we can look at our output. So our output should look like that, and then like I said, the question, I did copy it and I did paste it over there. Okay, so if we look at our implicit cursor, right, the first thing that I explained was the set server output on, right? So that does not change, right? So I'm just going to copy that. The reason why I'm just copying and pasting really is just to save time, and I mean, if the things are the same, then why not? Okay, and then we declared variables. So we declared 4 variables, and then we declared our cursor, right? So all that still stays the same. Okay, so like I said, if you haven't watched my video, the previous video, then really please do watch that video, because it will make sense what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we're going to the begin section, right? So the begin section now, that's where things start to change. Okay, so in terms of your explicit cursor, right, this is how you would go about the begin. Okay, so you are going to say open, right? And then what are you opening? You're opening, okay, let me just rename this cursor from cursor 1, let me just say cursor 3. So open cursor 3. So now what are you doing? You're opening your cursor. So now you are saying that I want to use my cursor, right? So open my cursor so that I'm able to use the stuff that's in my cursor, which is your select statement and all the other stuff inside your cursor, right? So that's what the open cursor is for. Okay, and then now we're going to loop, right? So now we are going to say fetch, right? So now we are fetching our cursor, which is cursor 3, right? And then we are putting the values inside our variables. So the first one is product name, then we have product price, then we have sales date, and then we have company name. Okay, so what this line is saying is that you fetching, right, cursor 3, so you fetching this cursor, right, into product name, product price, sales date, company name, which are your variables. So whatever you are getting out of here, right, so you're selecting the product, right? So now you're fetching the product from the cursor, and then you're assigning it to the product name. Then you're fetching the price from the cursor, then you're assigning it to the product price, like that, like that, like that. So that's what this statement is all about. But if you haven't said open cursor, then that's not going to work, because you're not saying allow me access to use my cursor. Okay, so that's what that is basically for. Okay, And then now the other thing that we have or that we want to include is to say exit, right? So now we're going to say exit, then our cursor name, right? No, actually exit when, right? And then our cursor name, which is cursor 3. And then you're going to say your percentage sign not found. Okay, so I will be uploading another video where I talk about cursor attributes. So there are different attributes that are included in the cursor. So percentage not found is one of them. We also have row type and I forgot the other one. Row type, I forgot the other one. I think it's type. So those are the other attributes that we do have in cursors, right? So for now, just understand that this line is just saying, let me just also show you guys. So how do you view the lines, right? So you're going to right click on the edge over here and you're going to say toggle line numbers. Okay, so that's how you can see. So the line 25 is basically saying that you exit, right, if the cursor is not found. So if you don't have cursor 3, then it's going to exit. Okay, so just to, avoid complications and crashes and all that stuff. Okay, so after that now we have our output. So we have our output that we did over here. So I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to paste it over here. And then after that we are done. Then you just say end loop. So you are exiting your loop. Then now you want to say close, right? Cursor 3. So now you're closing the cursor. Now you're done using it. So we close. Okay. And then you have your end statement. Okay. So let me just align this nicely. Okay, cool. So that is how the explicit cursor works. So I'm going to quickly run this and see if the output will be the same as the output that they want over here. And then I will re-explain everything to you guys. Okay. So if we just run this script, then we should be able to see that everything looks the same as it looks over here. Okay. So I'm going to re-explain everything. Okay. So we have your declare. So I'm not going to really explain much in terms of your declare statement because it's the same as what we had in the previous video. So in terms of your begin, right, the first statement that you want to have on line 22 is you need to open your cursor, right? So your open keyword and then your cursor name. So in this case it's cursor 3, and then you're going to say loop, right? Then you're going to say fetch and then your cursor name into and then all your variables. So whatever you are fetching from the cursor is being assigned to the different variables that we declared in our declare section, right? Then you're going to say exit when cursor 3 is not found. Okay, so what happens if this was, for example, cursor 6, right? So let us run this and see what will happen to the output. So it will exit, right? It will say that cursor 6 must be declared, so it's not found. Okay, so that's what that is for, to say that exit when this is not found, then it will just close completely. So in this case we had cursor 3. Okay, so now the next thing that we have is your output. So you're going to have your dbms underscore output dot put line. Then you just do your output like we did in the previous video. I've explained everything to you guys. And then after that we're going to end the loop, right? And then after we're going to close our cursor. So every time you open your cursor, you need to make sure that you have your close cursor statement, right? Once you are done, and then you have your end, and then that's it. That is basically it for explicit cursor. So I will be uploading another video, or yeah, I think I will be uploading another video where I show you guys clearly the two differences between implicit cursor as well as explicit cursor. Okay, so that is basically it for this video. I hope this video made sense, and if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel, and that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.